Welcome to Chart Detective, where we let the charts speak for themselves. In today's presentation, we'll be looking at Centrus Energy Corp, which is a uranium company, and we'll be doing technical analysis to see where the price has been and where it's heading in the near future. This is a ticker symbol LEU, and we're looking at the chart from 2020 to 2024, and these are weekly candles. Early in 2024, stock briefly went up and went down after that to a low above 30, about $35, and then it went up all the way to $120. That was the high for 2024. And then the stock crashed after that, closing the year up by 32%. If we go all the way back to 2020 at the COVID low, we saw the stock was trading at about $4. And if we look at the closing on December 31st, 2024, stock was up by 1200% from 2020, the COVID low, to the end of 2024. Stock was up by 1200%. Now let's see what has happened so far in 2025. Stock was trading up, and last week stock crashed by about 15% because of the DeepSeek scare that happened. Most uranium company went down because we know that AI depends on energy, which uranium will be contributing to that energy that AIs will be using. So as a result of that scare that happened, most uranium company, including Centrus Energy, went down. The price went down, but it stopped exactly at $78. Why? Because we have a trend line, a support line that passes right through it. So even though stock went down, it respected the support line, which means that technical analysis is very valuable. On Friday, January 31st, stock closed at $82.30, and the stock was up by 23% for the month of January. Let's take a closer look at what happened last week when the stock crashed by 15%. On the previous closing day, on Friday, the 24th of January 2025, we have a bearish candle. Red candle preceded by a green candle on the day before. So we have two candles. And this represents what we call a dark cloud cover, meaning that the first candle, which is green, is followed by another candle, which is red, bearish candle, which gap up initially but closed down within 50% of the green candles. So that's a bad sign. That's an indication that the market might be going down in the near future. And this is exactly what we saw that happened on Monday. Stock went down by 15%. So there was a warning. So the chart had provided a warning as far as what would have happened. We see the stock gap down by 15%, forming this candle over here. On the next day, we see another candle forming, which is a hammer symbolizing that the selling might be over because the bear dragged the price down, but the bulls came back and moved the price higher, even though on that given day the stock was down, but it didn't close at the lowest of the day. And on Friday, the last day of January, January 31st, we see the formation of this candle, which is a bearish Murubuzu candle, meaning that the closing price is the same as the lowest price for the day. That's a very bearish signal. And not only that, this candle is a bearish engulfing candle, meaning that it completely engulfed the previous candle that was formed before it. And let's bring back the chart again so we can look to see what may happen in the near future. So what's the target that we are looking for? We're looking for the stock to go up by at least 43% to about $120, which was the previous high that was set in early November 2024. Let's see how this may happen. This is just a probability, okay, possibility of what may happen, how it may happen. So because of that bearish engulfing formation we have there, we expect the price to move down to $78, where we find support, and the bulls will step in to bring the price up above $90, where we would encounter resistance, and the bears will step back in to drag the price down at about $80, and the bulls would come back and move the price about $95, where we have previous resistance where the price had gapped down. Previous resistance line becomes support, and we expect price to move down to $90 where we have strong support, and from there it would launch upward all the way to the previous high at $120 where we have resistance, and the bears push the price back down at $105, and the bulls will come back again to move the price to a new high above $110. So this is our expectation for Centrus Energy.